The name's Tim Hodger, and I've been on a mission trying to find one stock. And I've been thinking, and finally, I think I found the white whale. It's time for us to investigate this one stock. The last time I covered this one stock, it was sitting at $23.26, and I have to say it's made movement that I think it is absolutely vital that you might have this one stock in your portfolio. I'm going to be breaking it down exactly what has been the bullish movement and catalyst for this stock to explode. Can I expect it to go to a certain price level? All that and more. I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a crystal ball, but que pasa familia de dinero? I'm your host, Tim Hodger, a truck driver on a detour towards wealth, and I hope that you join us on the journey. And I want to say a huge shout out to all the new subscribers and old. We're on that road to 1,000. And if you are new to the channel and this is your first time clicking onto a video, I hope that you sit back, relax, and get the information that you need. I don't ask nothing from you, not to like, not to comment, not to subscribe, rather get the information that you need, as I mentioned. And with all the chit chat out the way, let's go ahead and check out this bullish article that we have on this one stock. Okay, so we have Yahoo Finance, the Motley Fool. Why Rocket Lab stock popped on Thursday. Now, this initial part right here kind of breaks down something that we've already talked about. We're going to skip on down. How fast will Rocket Lab grow in 2025? We don't want to get all the fluff here. We want straight to the details. Of all these announcements, I imagine it's the last one that's most exciting investors in the rocket stock. And why? It's not just the growth from 10 rocket launches in 2023 to 16 in 2024 that gets me. It's over the last 4 weeks, Rocket Lab launched 4 times. Admittedly, rocket business are lumpy, bad weather, technical glitches, and wayward boats in the launch zone can scramble schedules, causing a dearth of launches in 1 month and making launches bunch up in the next. Still, if Rocket Lab launches 4 rockets in 4 weeks in November and December, it should be, at least in theory, be able to sustain a launch a week cadence. And if Rocket Lab can find enough customers, this implies that 2025 could see many more launches than we saw in either 2023 or 2024. Can we get a round of applause for that? Fantastic. So if we look at the chart, the year today, I was sitting at $3.78. Now I like to look at the overall picture. Let's go ahead and hit all. And we saw a bullish movement when it opened, but all of a sudden it's been an absolute trickle down. It has tried to gain steam multiple times over the few years that it's been available to trade publicly on the NASDAQ. But then all of a sudden, we have this bullish movement that absolutely kept going. Now, can it sustain? And that article, of course, I open up with that, kind of implies that we might see $30 by January 31st, contingent upon how many customers that Rocket Lab has, obtained. If we look at just the 1 month, it has been absolutely bullish. I don't know why it went that close. Just the 1 week. Let's go the 1 week. So if we look at the 1 week, we did hit a severe low of $21. I believe that was a dip. Of course, there was some catalyst as to why we saw such a dip. But of course, we saw bullish movement return back to the stock. It is nowhere near, if we look at the 1 month properly this time, it is nowhere near its highs of $28.93. But it does show patterns of getting smacked down, and then it kind of stays in limbo for a little bit, building support on a median line of around $22.23. And of course, if we dip below, we can expect it to even go lower. But it is returned back up to the $28 level, but it is again contingent upon the mass market, which today, of course, smacked it right back down, and it is sitting at $27.18. Now, if we look at what is concurrently going on with this company, we have a YouTube video that shows, hey, we're a company in the rocket space, not messing around. Let's check it out. All right, so we're going to check out this Rocket Lab 2024, our biggest year yet. Let's get it. 2024 is out the door. Our biggest year yet. 16 launches, baby. That's impressive, man. Okay, so here's some meat and potatoes. Pioneer Sat returns Vardas in space pharmaceutical processing capsules to Earth. Okay. Twin spacecraft completed for NASA Mars mission. Unveiled our new spacecraft family. Rocket Lab satellite components and software launched on more than 90 spacecrafts this year. New contracts for bold new missions. Says right here, Rocket Lab makes its defense prime debut with a $0.5 billion contract to design and build satellite constellation for Space Development Agency. Rocket Lab, they got a lot of stuff. Hey, go ahead and check out this video from start to end. Kind of get a feel for this company if this is your first impression. All right, so we have news details, and Rocket Lab successfully deploys satellite for Synspective, I believe that's how you say it, caps off year with 60% increase and launches year over year. And I'll have this kind of linked down below. Give it a good read. We also have some images. I'm going to bring that up. So the images show you all of the launches that they did for the year, which is fantastic. And we could zoom in here if I could click properly. So all of these, wow. And we have the Street Pro, an update on Palantir, Rocket Lab, and 3 other stocks after market meltdown. And I'm telling you, they stayed impressive. Palantir's in limbo. They trying to fight the $80 level. But of course, when it comes down to showing caution, Rocket Lab USA, I'm not adding or reducing Rocket Lab until I know whether or not what's developing before us is a double top reverse pattern. But I still love the stock and the business. So we have a little bit side of caution. I believe so because, of course, right now we are in a fear. When it comes down to the fear and greed index, we are in a fear market right now. Hopefully it turns to greed in January, where we could see everything rise again. But right now people are kind of taking profit. They're not willing to delve into stocks as heavy as they were. But let's read this last article. Okay, so this is actually going to be Rocket Lab's first US launch from space.com view. And we'll watch this and then I'll give you guys my idea at the end.
It's been a very smooth. There was one issue. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, there it goes. They had one issue. Okay. Woo-wee.
Wow.
I would love to go to one of these. Wow. It's off. What the heck happened? Okay, so I'm going to give you guys my pros and cons when it comes down to this particular stock and my thoughts. I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a crystal ball. This is just an opinion of a trader or investor. So when it comes to Rocket Lab, I got in at a severely low price, and I believed in the concept of a company that's sending out rockets for, customer-based business, and seeing that made me bullish. But when it comes down to the pros, I think that it's number one, severely cheap and undervalued for a company that I could definitely see gain a lot more partners as we explore space a little bit more. On top of that, I do believe that this company is doing doing some unique things. And on top of that, you have 16 successful launches. Okay, here's my cons. And I do have to say, I err to the side of caution. The price has been at $21 and it dipped that down below. Now, there was a couple of things that were a catalyst to it being $21, being the overall market dipped. But on top of that, you also have to consider that they did 16 this year. That means that they would have to beat 16. And how long can they keep beating 16? Of course, a lot of factors come to launching a spacecraft. It's going to be the weather, as they mentioned, just the conditions overall in order to have a successful launch. So take that into consideration. Back to the Pro, I do have to say that they are diversifying themselves within different kind of spacecrafts. They're not just doing a particular type of spacecraft. When it does come down to cons, my only main concern is going to be that they have to beat the 16. And was it just a coincidence that, hey, they're doing fantastic? Or was it that they're going to keep doing this on and on and on? And we're kind of facing that problem with NVIDIA is until they get Blackwell and they're showing substantial amount of revenue that they're beating that Wall Street predicted, then we might be in limbo or on a decline. So it'd be great to see how Rocket Lab starts off January 1st. Let me know, guys, what you think about Rocket Lab. If you have already been a concurrent holder and investor of this stock, or if you're new, let me know exactly what might put pause on you buying in right now. Are you looking for a better entry point? Are you looking for a better opportunity, potentially a competitor? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and Familia de Dinero. I'll catch you in the next one. Adios.